Hey everyone, thought I would give a update on my RB5X improvement / modernization project. Made a lot of progress yesterday. As you've probably seen previously, I did add a touch screen to it, and as you can see there, actually I have a little wireless keyboard that's hooked up to the whole thing. So I actually have, I can use my regular keyboard. It's also a touch screen, so I can actually touch it. And what you're looking at there is actually the output of the webcam that I'll show you in a second. That's on the front of the robot. Added a couple switches so I can turn the motors on and off independently and keep the CPU running. That's a key thing so that the thing doesn't drive off the workbench if I'm programming it remotely or whatnot. Inside, not a whole lot has changed. I've got the Raspberry Pi 2 at the top there. And that's what's of course plugged into this touchscreen using HDMI. I've got a Wi-Fi adapter there. You can see the antenna, and then it goes over into a USB hub. And I've got a Bluetooth adapter. There's my keyboard adapter. I'm also pulling power for the touch screen off of that, and a couple other items. And then I also have it interfaced. That's what this blue cable is down here with an Arduino Mega, which you can probably see down there. And the Mega then passes through to the back side where I have a motor controller. This is a Dimension Engineering Sabertooth 2x12. So it's a dual motor 12 amp controller, totally software controlled. So the Arduino is basically controlling this over a serial interface. As you can see, the wires and whatnot. This is neat because it's a regenerative motor controller, and what that means is that when you reverse the motors or change direction on them, it will actually capture the energy that's in the windings of the motors and return it to the battery. So it's very efficient that way. The other big breakthrough that I did is I've been using a Wiimote, which is of course just a remote from a Wii, which as it turns out uses Bluetooth. So I was able to write some code for the Raspberry Pi in Python, which can capture the Bluetooth signals being sent by this remote, and then I just converted that into a simple serial protocol, which sends a code over to the Arduino, which then commands the motor controller to do whatever we want. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to just hit this button, and it's going to tell the robot to spin. As you can see, the webcam will automatically update as it's moving. It's not quite real time. I got to tweak that. Yeah, so I can go forward. I use the trigger on the bottom as stop. Of course, back, left, and right. That's what I've got doing so far. I've obviously got a whole lot more buttons I can play with, so I'm going to be doing some other interesting stuff. Maybe have it make some sounds, or who knows what so far. But anyway, yeah, it's working pretty well. I've tested this remote, by the way, about 50 feet away, so it has really good range with this guy. And anyway, so at this point, I'm getting pretty close. I really only have a couple more things I need to do. One, I have the old LED panel, which fits on the top of this. I just got the schematics for this guy, so I'm going to interface that in with the Arduino so that I can start turning lights on and off. The other thing I haven't wired in yet, this has a series of tactile bumpers here, and these are just switches behind here. I'm going to wire those into the Arduino so that I can sense when it's run into things. And beyond that, kind of the sky's the limit. I haven't quite decided what else I'm going to do with it, but anyway, it's getting really close. Thanks for paying attention and watching the progress, and I'll keep you updated.